Hello, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Vincent.
Today we've been getting out our favourite items of Great Britain postal history to share with you today. It's always a challenge because there's so many things we both love, but we've managed to narrow it down just to one thing to show to the camera today.
I haven't shown you what I picked. I've just seen the back of
Yeah, well, there's not a lot to say from the back. Anyway, I have this. This is a very petite and very beautiful embossed envelope. Now, you see quite a lot of these from Victorian times, but this one's very sweet in the fact that it's posted on February the 12th, 1869. Almost certainly a Valentine's love letter to a Miss Annie Mabel James from Frank J. It's posted from Helensburgh in Scotland, 1869, and it's just full of character. I mean, the quality is unbelievable, and I just love it. So we're just going to show this onto the camera to give you an idea. It's just a lovely survivor, and the social history involved and all the rest of it. You wonder whether they ever got it together and maybe even got married one day.
That's it. That's absolutely exquisite. The embossing's even sharper than we can pick up on the camera here.
And it's so unusual to get a dated postmark on something like that anyway. You've usually got a horrible duplex or something as well. So
yes,
it's just a very fine item.
You try and find just an example of this common stamp with a cancel that nice. You're looking at 1 in 500 examples just as a loose stamp. To get one cancelled this beautifully at the appropriate date on such a pretty cover. I'm going to turn it over actually, just so you can see the back too, because I think there's some more embossing there.
Yes, there is, yeah.
Ah, wow, look at that. The whole thing's intact as well. So yeah, fantastic. Isn't that pretty? And there we are, there's the arrival on Valentine's Day. Hopefully it made her very happy and didn't give her a difficult choice to make. There we go. Well, I've just uncovered my my pick.
Well, that looks exciting.
Well, it's one of only 2 tuppenny blue Mulready covers that's been sent by registered mail.
Wow.
There's only one other known. It's quite amazing. The tuppennies are really 10 times as scarce as the pennies. What people don't realise about the Mulready cover was Rowland Hill thought that this was his smart idea. He expected the sticky labels that we all know and love to not be taken up, and the prepaid envelopes and letter sheets that he'd come up with to become popular. So he got that wrong, because they took quite a panning, did the Mulreadys, but of course we love them now. I'll put this under the camera. There she blows, and you can see registered, and I think the registered number written there. That really is something. The only other registered example has a stamp added, so they're both different and both unique in that respect. If you have never really looked at them already before, it has all sorts of elements of empire and social history. Was roundly panned in the press. I actually was at the museum, the Maritime Museum in Liverpool some years ago, and saw an almost identical design 3 or 4 years before this, and I've never heard of it being reported, so I must go back there and talk to them and see whether they can dig it out for me. I might add to a little bit of the history of the design. But there we go. That's our favourite GB covers, at least this week.
This week, absolutely. We'll all change it tomorrow or even next week.
That's where we'll open the next box. There'll be something great in there. Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.